morning, it's Randytbird out here in cloudy, rainy Arizona. Yesterday was not a day for riding. As one of my good friends found out, he got caught, and we had some wicked downpours yesterday, and unfortunately he got caught, and I'm sorry to hear that, Chris. I hope you're dried out by now, brother. Anyway, yeah, it rained a lot yesterday, and today there's a slight chance, but I'm chancing it and tempted fate here just because I needed to get out on the bike. I had plans on being out yesterday, but that went sour quickly. So anyway, you know, if I get caught in the rain, that's one thing, but if it's pouring down rain when I'm leaving, I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. So yesterday, what did I do? I just ran around. It is my 13th anniversary tomorrow with my lovely wife, Jenny, and yeah, stopped and got her a present, and so because we both have to work on Monday, so you know, we'll just kind of hang out and celebrate today. But anyway, lucky 13. So yeah, I had bought some quiet baffles. I don't like the looks of this. Quiet baffles for my Vance & Hines mufflers, and did my usual modifications on them, and I finally put them in yesterday. Well, I had tools scattered all over the place, and it started raining, so I had to drag everything back inside and work around everything. So anyway, got those in, and now I got the bike sounding and running like I wanted it to. It doesn't have that blattiness you get with the aftermarket pipes. It just takes some of the brashness off of it and just keeps the rumble and the sound, and just feels right to me. So that's the update for now. I've got a different windshield on order from eBay, and found a good deal on one I was looking for, and hopefully it'll come in. It'll be in good shape, and I've had decent luck with eBay over the years. I've got some clunkers, but for the most part I've done okay. So, and we got traffic back up here, so I'm going to cut this video short for the moment and pay attention to what I'm doing. See you in a while. Hey, it's Randy. I'm back. Finally got past the big accident. People being stupid, going too fast, driving too close together. There was a truck literally on top of a car. I mean, the only way you could do that is to have your head up your ass, apparently. So, but you riders know how it is out there. It is scary, dangerous sometimes because people are stupid. Anyway, back on the highway now, and yeah, there's a chance of rain today, so I'm hoping I don't get wet, but you know, if I do, I suppose, you know. Yeah, I don't think I'll melt. I've never been accused of being sugar. So just another pretty nice day. It's only supposed to be in the 70s today, the high 70s for a high. Right now it's in the 60s. Got me a flannel shirt on for the first time this riding season, and here it is, October 16th, 2022. As mentioned yesterday, it rained quite a bit, and we had some pretty hellacious thunder showers yesterday, and you know, horizontal rain and all that kind of stuff, you know. And yeah, I watched a few people that were out in it. They did not look happy. So anyway, I just out for a ride this morning. It was another one of those tough weeks at work. I'd been on vacation the week before, so as I like to call it, you know, regrettably, it's called vacation payback at work. Plus, I had another guy out, so I had to cover the whole store myself. So that's always interesting, and it just seems like these days, with the manpower levels you can put together, it's always short people, and you can't get anybody hired. It's pretty irritating, really. I have hired a couple people and they've flaked on me, and it's just hard to get good people, and it's hard to keep good people. I do have some good people, and I'm thankful for that. So, but you know, they got to take vacations too. So anyway, enough about work. We're riding motorcycles. Just as I was talking about earlier, I did the quiet baffles on my Vance & Hines Eliminator 300s. I modify them a little bit. I drill a couple holes in the end of them. It's like an insert that goes in that kind of creates a block, and then it diffuses the exhaust flow. Well, I drill a couple of 1/4-inch holes in it, a couple 3/4-inch holes in it, and it gives some of the bite back, but it restores the torque that I felt I was missing from that straight through design that Vance & Hines has. It's basically just a baffled bluey pipe, if you will. Anybody that's old enough like me that knows what a bluey pipe is. But you know, it sounded okay, but it was a little blatty for my tastes, and I've never really liked that feel. So now it's just got that deep rumble. It still makes plenty of sound, but it takes the rough edge off. So another rider out this morning. Looks like a Road King. Road Kings are extremely popular these days. Everybody wants one. I had one, and that was okay. Really wasn't for me. It's a nice bike, don't get me wrong, but it just wasn't my thing. And every time I slow down, my windshield fogs, or my windscreen fogs up. It's been quite very, very damp out here from all the rain yesterday, and the air is still, the humidity level is really high. So every time I stop, it fogs up. I've got a breath guard for this helmet, and I take it off during the summer, get a little bit more air flow through it, but I might have to be putting it back on here before much longer. So if there's a little bit more wind noise than normal, I apologize for that. So, I've got a Rye Defiant Pro Cruise, and it has a what they call a Pro Shield, which has an external drop down. It's not even a drop down, it's attached to the actual screen. It's an external sunshade that goes down to about halfway across the screen, and it's pretty good for this time of year when it's not as bright out, and you might even get in some areas, you know, you might get back, it might be dark before you get home. So I have the clear screen and this drop down thing, and it also locks in an upright position, acts kind of like a visor, like almost like on a adventure bike helmet. And I don't get any buffeting or anything. It's just a good design. Some people don't care for them, I've heard, but I've always liked it. So I went from my totally dark Shield today to that one. Must be getting a little water off the cars in front of me. I'm getting a little spray here, so it's not raining. But, again, it was a lot of rain yesterday. Nice temperature. I do kind of like wearing long sleeves. You don't get much of that out here, except in the fall and winter. But yeah. Speaking of rain, I heard on the radio the other day, I was listening to that Phoenix, Arizona, of all places, got more rain in the last 2 months than Seattle, Washington, and that is a definite change of situation there. You know, it's just the world is upside down for Arizona to get more rain than Seattle. But the world has become a strange place. We got some blue sky out there. That's nice. And clouds over there. It's supposed to just stay that way and head to the east. And the big cells that I watched on the radio, the radar on the computer, were headed to the northwest, so probably going to miss those. everything's definitely saturated out here. I drove by the Harley shop yesterday to pick up something, and man, they got a lot of bikes out there in Mesa, Arizona. At Desert Wind Harley, they've got a ton of bikes. They had bikes that tempt me, but I won't do it. I've just got this new one, and so actually I've really enjoyed having this Heritage. It's just very comfortable, and the mods that I've done to it have just made it very, very nice to ride. Very enjoyable. Oh, a little fast, allegedly. Just the roll-on power is awesome with these 114s. If you've never ridden one, you owe it to yourself to do it. As if you're riding a twin cam motor, and it's amazing the difference on these motors at how the feel and the power and the torque, and you know, that being said, the twin cam 103 is no slouch. I've had a couple of them, and they're enjoyable motors, but this is another level. Just another level. It makes me wonder what the 117 runs like, if it's the same kind of a upgrade. And if you're holding off because you don't think the twin cam, or the Milwaukee 8s are unproven, well, it's been 5 years now. I think you can call them reliable. Plus, they're capable of making big horsepower if you're into such things. You know, I personally feel the 114 is enough. For me, I don't need to go 10-second quarter miles or anything crazy like that. Maybe if you need a boost in power on the bigger bikes like Road Kings and you know, the other touring range. But I tell you what, for this Softail, that 114 is a beast. I love this view coming into this valley here. This mountains look great. Clouds hanging low over the mountains. That's a cool look. Never get tired of it. Well, anyway, this is Randytbird out here in cloudy Arizona, post-stormy Arizona, and hopefully I don't get wet today, and if I do, I do. But I want to thank you all for subscribing. To those folks of you who have subscribed recently, continuing to move. It's good stuff, and appreciate those of you who comment or ask questions. I always do my best to get back to you and answer what I could. The video I did last week about the reckless fairing, I hope answered some questions. I'd been getting a few for that, so I hope that took care of that. Anyway, this is Randytbird out here in Arizona, and we will talk to you again.